to the...
Ahorre, no compre sin visitar Emporio.
You know how fast we can go.
Larry on.
Why? And added that these are the facts as we know them. There is an epidemic of mass murder being committed by a virtual army of unidentified assassins.
This is Pod Vomit. I am your host, Nickelback Rick. We're back with Justin.
Yes.
And Joe.
Hello.
As always, and we have been kind of out of circulation for a little bit because, well, we're not really lazy. We're just busy.
But we're lazy.
Well,
everybody has their own life.
Well, Justin has 2 bands he's in, and he's really involved in that.
Which is good.
Yeah, and I'm doing art projects on the side and working and trying to do some of this, and then Joe's busy with family, and and then we were sick for a while. I was sick, and my voice sounded like shit, and I didn't want to get on here just sounding all cruddy.
That could have been better.
Sick.
I don't know.
I got sick.
And
kissing Rick too many times.
Yeah.
I was like, "Stop kissing me! You know I'm gonna get sick." And he was like,
This is rolling, right?
"Oh yeah, no, yes,
yeah, it's out there now." I
Okay.
tongue kissed Joe and made sure he was sick as well. That's why Justin didn't get sick, because he wasn't in on our little.
No, I didn't.
Justin
quest.
doesn't tongue kiss us.
I didn't go on that little Vix's.
Yeah, he's the rimmer.
So, topic of the day.
I imagine there'd be worse diseases for me to have than
Yeah, I've got
a little sniffle.
But I've been thinking about some stuff, and recently my birthday. That was another thing too. I had a big birthday, bash that neither one of my co-hosts was at.
Working,
and
I'm guilty though.
And
I was lazy.
Well. So, and that was one weekend.
I didn't feel like coming out after band's practice one time.
It's quite all right.
Everybody. I'm old. I go to bed at 10 o'clock at night now.
Yeah, I'm older than you. So I was I had 2 birthday parties, actually.
Right.
I had one on a Friday night, and I had one on a Saturday night. And I have so many friends, I have to divide it up into 2 separate parties.
Wow, a little narcissistic there.
Yeah, my name is Rick, and everybody loves me.
I have to have 6 parties because I've got way too many friends.
So on the second party I had, and it was a really awesome party, I have to say. It was some friends of mine threw for me, and my friends in Iron Mullet played. And I had people come that I had no idea was going to show up. They didn't tell me they were going to come. And
was it one of those situations like, oh shit, they showed up?
No, I was really
it was
surprised.
one of those. Holy crap, they showed up.
Because they came from such a distance.
So you weren't hiding from them when they showed up?
Oh, absolutely. I didn't owe any money. I was really surprised. Some of the people, the distance that they actually came, all the way to this party. I was really
I've
flattered.
come some distance before.
Just not at my party.
Right. Anyways,
so a good friend of mine come up from Peachtree City, which is on the other side of Atlanta, and I haven't seen her in probably about 15 years. She's a really sweet girl. Her name's Christine, and she goes to church quite a bit. But to meet this girl, you would never really kind of put the 2 together. And I was thinking about her and a few of my other friends that I know that go to church, and I never really kind of think about them going to church on a real regular basis, because when I talk to them, they're really cool chicks. They're,
how could they be cool and go to church?
Well,
you would never believe it.
Those 2 things can't mix.
There is no way that they believe in God, go to church, and they're cool.
One of them at one point. One of them at one point.
It's a rare find.
I said something about Larry Flint, and one of them said, I can't believe I actually know who that is. And I thought, well, see, here you are, Miss Church Chick, and you know who Larry Flint is, and it's like you're kind of a bad girl.
I'll tell you how you can be cool and go to church. It's called hypocrisy.
well, yeah. I mean, that's a big part of it. It's nobody that goes to church by any means thinks that they're perfect, and the ones that do.
Well, there are people that do.
Yeah, but the ones that do.
They definitely are perfect.
No, it's like, they're living in a dream world.
Well, the thing was I got thinking to myself.
What about Mormons? They're perfect.
And
I don't know any.
I can't say
like
I do
lawyers.
either. I've seen the commercials.
Mormons
Hi,
are much like lawyers.
I'm Rick. I host a show called Pod Vomit with my friends Justin and Joe, and I'm a Mormon. No, I don't. But I was thinking about these friends of mine and everything, and I thought, these are some really cool chicks. I mean, they party, they're, and I thought, man, I'd like to meet a girl like one of those.
Do they party at church?
I don't think so, but
one never knows what
one
happens
never
in a church.
knows.
Apparently,
But I got my wheels got turning. I got thinking about this.
I got to bring my bong to church.
And I thought, you know what? I am going to start going to church to look for pussy because this would be a great opportunity. And I thought to myself, here's the thing. If you want to cop good drugs, you go to a Narcotics Anonymous meeting. You want to find drinking buddies.
Man, they're going to smell you a mile away
That's
coming
all
to
right.
church like that.
You know
You got to put on some sort of a disguise.
no, I don't think so.
Well, actually, so here's the thing, though.
By the way, I have a lot of tattoos and long hair.
So here's
and I like
the thing.
the devil.
I had this idea about doing that, and I thought, okay, that'd be really funny, and I'll talk about it on the show. And as I was at work, I was talking about it to somebody, just kind of running it by them to see what the reaction of me actually going to church
to try to get laid.
And a friend of mine who works at the store, she's a teacher.
And she does it all the time.
No, she is a really, really sweet person, and I really think a lot of her and her husband.
You absolutely do.
I really do. I have such respect for her that I don't like people to cuss in front of this lady.
You have threatened people.
Yeah,
right. She's
She's a really, really nice person. A truly good friend and just a wonderful individual. So she kind of called me to the mat on this. She says, hey, why don't you come to my church? And I said, well, all right, Susan.
I've said that before too, that I thought that you would, even if you just went there to meet people, I thought you would enjoy yourself because the people, it's the kind of church that where if you don't fit in a regular church, like if you have pink and blue hair and big, earrings and, that's the place for you.
I even said to
Do they
her,
mind if you smoke weed at their church?
well, I told her, I said,
probably, but at home they
I'll be
they would
smoking.
probably be a little upset about that.
I'll be smoking on the way to the church. But,
Well, yeah.
I even told her, I said, well, listen, here's the thing, though. I said, I'm just letting you know, I'm going to church purely for the intent of
to
looking for
meeting a
women.
girl. Right.
Yeah, I'm not there for the philosophy. I'm not.
You just told her that, just like straight out.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what did she say?
So
She didn't care.
She didn't care. As long
did
as
you
you're coming, I bet
did you or did you not sign one of those little I want to be a member cards?
No. Well, I mean,
No,
I don't.
I don't
And so the thing is, I just felt like this. I could have backed out. I could have said, and backpedaled my way out of not going. So I'm gonna go next Sunday. I actually took the day off of work.
And it's an all-male Mormon church.
That's why I didn't sign that card.
She's the only female for some reason.
And yeah, she's just a recruiter.
I'll tell you what.
Right.
And I know. I mean, and I'm sure Rick feels the same way. And any single guy could, if they could go to a church and meet a woman like Susan, they would be lucky. Don't you agree?
Oh yeah,
Super
Susan or
super.
But I just want to be able to order a drink at the church. Can you do that?
Susan or
my friend Jenny, who I just think Jenny is just the tits, man. I mean,
Lord have mercy.
she is a really cool chick. I really do
what
think.
movie is that from?
I don't know.
I think
They
I
said
think you're.
tits when they-
I think
something
Eric
was good.
Cartman says that.
When something was good, they said tits.
Yeah, Cartman says that. There's
But,
a whole South Park episode.
well,
His mom keeps saying, "Don't say tits, Cartman."
But
Okay, so what's the question here? Is it wrong to do what you're doing?
I don't care if it's wrong because I'm
Okay,
upfront
so
about
what's
what
the
I'm
discussion?
doing.
That's the
Is
question.
this a whole moral dilemma thing?
No, absolutely not. Not for me, it's not. I mean, I was very upfront.
I just think it's inconvenient to try to,
but
meet
see,
ladies
my
there.
thing
You can't
is,
order a drink
but
at
see,
church.
I figure I could be
That's a
some
problem for me.
I could be some girl's next big mistake. And she's trying to, maybe get on the right track. And I'm not trying to lead her down a path of anything.
No, I don't think that you would be. I mean, why would you be?
But you
the
inevitably
next
would be
mistake?
leading down that
It'd be
path.
different if you were like
Yeah, because-
a jackass.
right.
If it'd be different if you were some jackass that like met a girl who was a Christian and went, well, you could date me, but you got to drop that whole Jesus thing.
No, I wouldn't do that. I'm not,
so-
and I'm not there.
on the second date, Rick's like, "Hey, I want to show you something. It's Satan."
Yeah,
Satan's really cool.
I mean,
I got
as
this whole
tough
underground layer where I burn incense
tough
and
as
make
you-
dark
I mean,
circles.
For you to
goat
be,
head.
for you
Need
to
to
be
come
somebody's
down.
mistake, as tough as you come off, as cool as you come off, you're not like a bad person. So to be somebody's mistake, I think the chances are that she would be your next mistake
Yeah,
more
well,
than
I mean,
anything else.
So I just thought that it would be, I couldn't backpedal out of it by her really, saying, well, then come to my church. And I said, well, okay, now look, now having said that, I'm not looking to try to be saved or get on your plane of thinking or anything. I'm not there to make fun and mock either, because she said, are you going to talk about it on the show? And I said, yeah, I'm going to talk about it. But I said, I have no intention of making fun of you or mocking you or your religion or anybody that goes to church. That's not my intent.
Are you going to discuss the service?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm also going to give you the poontang count too. And if they were hot,
Okay.
because I'm telling you, if I go there and it's just a bunch of skanks, I'm going to be like, man,
And I kind of want to know if the hotter ones are in the choir or teaching nursery.
well, I got it.
I don't think you should use the word skank though, because
okay, fatties.
Well, no, because you got to remember that Susan has got to go back there, and if Susan,
No.
because they'd be like, "Oh yeah, great, you brought somebody back that thought we were all skanks."
No, yeah. I mean, no. I'm not.
Susan would be like, "Rick."
Well, if they're all skanks, he wouldn't go
Joe-
back, so that's not a problem.
Joe asked if he told Susan. He says, "Will you introduce to everybody to this is my friend Rick the atheist?" And I said, "I don't care. I have no."
Is she going to introduce you that way? By the way, he's an atheist.
No. She won't do that. Joe
No.
said that she should, but
He's here at church. He's cool. He hates Jesus. All right.
No, I don't hate.
say
I don't
hate.
hate. I just don't.
It
I
don't
don't
believe
buy
in
into the
God.
philosophy.
Doesn't-
I'm not. I'm
Right?
not a
Can I?
believer.
Is it okay if I exaggerate some things?
No. I'll tell you why. Because when you use the word hate for anything, it's a really strong word.
Right. It's great for exaggerations.
Right. It really punches you
Because
point
it is
through.
strong. It's perfect for that purpose.
It really punches the point through. And-
Right.
Okay.
But
and
thanks
I'm
for
still
thanks for
trying to
getting
figure out
down
what our
deep on.
point to this whole thing is.
No,
so-
well, it's not really a point. It's just the fact that I had come up with this kind of twisted idea to
It's a
go
discussion.
trolling for women and in a church.
Well, it's not as twisted as you think.
Right.
I would
Actually,
guar-
I feel like I've seen it on a sitcom.
I
But
guarantee.
Really?
I'm
I
sure.
guarantee that the majority of
It sounds like a
kids
sitcom formula.
that are under the age of 18, I would guarantee that the majority of the boys are going to see what the crop of girls looks
well,
like,
I mean,
and the girls
but it's
are going
just
to see
me
crop
and knowing what.
Or they're like, my
kind of-
mom makes me go here. Well, at least there's women.
I mean, and you have to admit. I mean, I am not. I mean, I have kind of a lifestyle that's not very cohesive with a church following or group.
Maybe you
or-
just have a
But,
thing for like righteous
what's
and pure
different?
girls.
I disagree.
Well, I
I
mean-
think that I think that you are giving yourself a little too much credit. I guarantee that the majority of those guys
Maybe
that are
you're-
at church, go home, yeehaw,
Rick, but are you
smoke a cigarette, drink a beer.
are you
club,
going
as
are you
much as
going
anybody
to
else?
are you going to church just to prey on the naivete of those poor young Christian girls?
Yes,
Look, I like
exactly.
to pray.
Okay, that's
Oh.
cool. I just wanted
Yeah, that's
to.
that's all it's really about. It's just to try to say, I'm not going to change, honey. I'm me.
if you really think about it, Rick is almost exactly like a Catholic priest.
how's
Right.
that?
He looks more like a rabbi though.
Oy vey.
Like a rabbi. That's awesome.
How am I like a Catholic priest?
They go to church. to
Yeah, you
pray
pull
on-
you pull your yarmulke on a
Okay.
little tighter there, buddy.
Yeah, I know. 'Cause then it starts-
That was a joke. I was exaggerating doing that. thing
Well,
we talked
yeah,
about.
well-
Yes, exaggerations are good.
If I used the word hate, would that have worked?
Probably.
I
You
hated
should
that.
have. Say it again and use the word hate.
I hated Joe's last little joke
not
about
work.
his Catholic
Look,
joke.
I think the whole misbelief of like everybody that goes to church is that goody two shoes. That's bullshit.
I don't really think it's a goody two shoe thing. I mean, look,
There
I have
are a lot of people that
it's
go
not
to
a-
church that are way worse than you.
I am-
100 times worse. I mean,
Well-
using the word worse is a bad word to use because I don't think there's anything wrong with you do. You go to work, you take care of your kids, you pay your taxes, you pay your house note, you pay your electricity. It's worse than some
And
like
have
bitches
dark
out there
circles
that
in
don't do
his
anything.
garage and celebrate Satan. Yeah.
He doesn't do anything.
Like Dark Lord and Master, I salute you.
But you know what I'm saying? It's like there are people out there that
No, I mean, I understand what you're saying. It's not a moral thing that I'm saying that
you're no different. The only difference between you,
You're just putting it out there. You're like,
the people in that church.
I'm not going to hide it and
you
say
don't
I'm there.
believe in God,
Yeah.
and they do.
And I'm not
enjoy
even
the
going
service.
there to I don't believe what you do. It's not a
Right.
confrontational thing. I'm not going to